Hello and welcome. This is Don Kryptonium, the man who chose truth over lies, the man who chose integrity over grifting. So if you are a grifter, you need to know that Don Kryptonium is coming for you, and nothing can stop him. Today we are going to discuss the largest rug pull in Juno history. Of course, I talk about Loop Finance. Before we start, make sure to like and share this video to support Don Kryptonium and honesty. Remember, remove bad actors and remove grifting by simply liking this video. Few months ago, I spoke about Loop Finance, the rug pull that requested $1.5 million from Terra Developer Fund on Juno. I said that there is a lot of red flags. I said they're not going to deliver, and I said this will come at the harm of Juno community. If you remember these times, you know that big part of the community chose to hate on Juno. Prominent members chose to not speak to Don Kryptonium, called him crazy, and chose to shill you the Loop shitcoin, telling you that is generational wealth. And what did you do? Did you buy it? How it feels now? Because Don Kryptonium feels great, because truth always wins. So with that, let's rewind to the beginning. When the Terra collapsed, a lot of projects decided to give support to existing projects and developers by giving them grants. And Juno was no different. There was the initiative called Terra Developer Fund that decided to onboard the projects from Terra. And with that, we got the project that was called Loop Finance. The project that requested huge amount of money, the money that no other project really offers to anyone. They requested around $1.5 million in promise to deliver few products and projects to Juno Network. This was Loop Decentralized Exchange that cost $250,000. Cosmos DEX Aggregator, so IBC DEX Aggregator for $150,000. Loop Community, I'm not sure, this money probably to spend on community initiatives on Discord that cost $100,000. NFT Marketplace that cost $300,000. Loop Learn, so educational department that costed $150,000, and the public launchpad that costed $250,000. We will see if those promises was delivered, and we will see if the Loop Finance will stay with us. Let's start with the fact that Loop is not public good, it's not open source protocol, it functions as the business, and it's there to make money for these business owners. They promised 1% of tokens allocated to Juno community that now is worth around $120,000, but with that, you could only get probably maybe $10,000 because simply there is no liquidity on the exchange. So these tokens are absolutely worthless. So if you look at the DEX, at the start, these tokens were shielded by some of the prominent members of the Juno community. What happened, of course, it happened what always happens in such case. When you look at the farming, you can see that there is simply no liquidity in the pools. The deeper liquidity with the Loop tokens, let's have a look, is Loop Atom and Loop Juno, 23,000 and 18,000. But for whole DEX, we have total liquidity, total value locked of just over $100,000. They delivered also NFT Launchpad that not many people use, but maybe let's focus on what they did not deliver. When you look at the promise of the DAO, we have Loop DEX that costed $250,000, but this DEX doesn't even have liquidity equal to what they received. Cosmos DEX Aggregator that simply was not delivered and costed $150,000. Loop Community, I don't know what was this, once again. Loop Learn, never seen that. And the public launchpad that was a spin-off now and will not even be deployed on Juno. This money went to someone else with no benefit for Juno network. Recently, we also had the proposal about the last tranche for the Loop finance. So let's have a look what they disclosed in the proposal. As you can see, they received the other tranches, but when they state about they deliver, LoopDex deployed. They don't care, there is no liquidity, no community. We just deployed. And you need to know that this wasn't even new smart contract. Simply, the Loop is migrating from project to project. Initially, from EOS, migrated to Terra. And I spoke with many Terra users that tell me, look, Loop was never about delivering a project. Loop was only about marketing. Cosmos DEX aggregator, I did not see. It states deployed and under development. Not true. Community, deployed and under development. Didn't see it. Learn, deployed and under development. Public Launchpad. Didn't see that. And it's planned to be deployed in December 2022. Did you see that? Loop Learn, did you see that? Ecosystem growth, I don't even know what is this. And Loop to Juno Community Fund, something I said to you, this was not this amount, this is substantially less, and there is no liquidity to recover that. And as you can see, people voted yes to achieve this price. But one thing you need to know, we're finally lucky. The Loop dumped all of their tokens, and I don't expect they are going to continue development. So if you wonder why the Juno price was really so harassed in the recent months, there was a lot of draining of this type of community funds by Loop and other projects, and that includes projects that are also good and really provide the grant value. But you need to understand that in these dark moments of the markets, if you have sell pressure of, let's say, $1 million a month, project like Juno will not sustain. So if you wonder why the price dropped from $5 to $1 for Juno, well, it has a lot of dumping by the rug pulls like Loop. Instead of this, I want to shine the light. Look, I have no affiliation to this project, but there's TFM, and they have DEX aggregator for Juno, and I believe they were not even funded. And this is not sponsored. I just spoke to them like twice, and I thought like, hey, this is actually someone who did this, and they had no funding. So these are the wallets of the Loop Finance. You can see they sold all of that, so they benefited $1.5 million or close to that in the recent months without delivering and ragging the community. One thing that I want to shine the light at the very end is the proposal 59 that I left there, which states that only open source products can request for the community funds, something that is standard across all of the blockchains. And this is the Loop wallet who voted no with veto on funding only open source projects. Are they really good actors? Or are they here to rag the communities? It's already the past, so there is no turning back from the bad decisions that were made. We're not going to recover this money, and they got this money at the expense of you, because you as the holder of Juno, you as the community member, you provide liquidity for these scammers and these grifters. Say never again to this, hold people accountable, and remind them about what they did. Even if they try to cancel it, remember, the truth always wins at the end. So say no to these people. With that, Don Cryptonium is happy to serve you, and I hope Juno can learn from these past mistakes. It can build the community of people with moral core and attract the developers that are here also to make money, but provide value to you and create viable ecosystem. And with that, I will be here. I will be telling you about scams, about grifters, and I will be delivering you honest news on crypto. With that, Don Cryptonium's out. Till the next time.